everybody. This is Rajeshri from Soul Tuning. It is day 18 of my 90-day, 12-week transformation in the raw. And today I want to talk about stress. Been learning a lot about it. I've been working with it and learning about it for many years, and in school and the depths of it. But lately I've been really paying attention to the minute subtleties of stress and observing it with others, talking to people, interviewing others, and then observing it with myself over these past several days around change. So there's been a lot of change moving through the air and on the physical plane, and for me personally, and noticing, really paying attention to my body and my heartbeat and the sweat, the dryness, just all the little subtleties and the tiredness, and really prompted me to want to talk about it with the world, because I think not everybody, but I think for most of us, we don't realize that we're stressed out. And I think a lot of people don't understand what stress is. I think there's this projection around stress that your veins have to be popping out of your head or pulling on your hair, or having a panic attack, right? That it has to look like that in order for you to actually be stressed. And that is not the case. So the brain, the nervous system, and then in turn the rest of the body is set up for fight or flight, right? The tiger's coming. You better either fight the tiger, which I don't suggest, or get out of the way, go, run. Or there's an emergency, right? The baby fell or something. Yeah, you go and help right away. And most of us have experienced a moment like that, where our adrenaline gets pumping and then we move, and the chemicals are flowing. They are moving through us. But what happens when that response system is constantly turned on, then we start overdumping in certain chemicals and wearing down parts of our body. And it leads, this is my opinion, to everything. Any dis-ease in the body has to do with stress, which in turn has to do with the way you think, your relationship to your thoughts. Because you can, even in an emergency situation, respond to it, and this is where you've mastered this experience over and over, right? Or your thoughts, your relationship to your thoughts. Respond to it in a non-stressful way. And so when you're chronically stressed and those chemicals are constantly turned on, it links to loss of memory. And I'm going to talk about this in great depth in other videos. When your serotonin is off balance, depression, overeating, underweight, headaches, chronic headaches, contraction of muscles. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. Inflammation in the body. If you have contraction of muscles and they're pinching off nerves, the organs connected to those nerves aren't getting life support. The organs start failing. The memory loss. Over time, if you're consistently chronically stressed out and the fight or flight is on consistently, never getting turned off, dementia. It just goes on and on. Cancer, it ends up being a major dis-ease in the body. And one of the ways to know if you're stressed out, and maybe you've had this experience where this is a great example that happens to me all the time. I go and I get a professional massage, if you're okay with that kind of thing. And I get a professional massage, and I'm there and I'm like, oh my God. Why don't I do this twice a month? Why? What? How come I don't ever get a massage? Right? Why does it take 6 months to a year or more to get me in here? Because every time I come, I'm like, oh, I never knew. I'm on the table. They're massaging different parts of my body. I always have the thought, I never knew I was that stressed out in that area or had that tension in that area. I never knew my body was so tense, right? Or sometimes when I take a bath, I get out and I'm like, oh man, I didn't really think I need it. I just kind of took the bath and I get out and I'm like, whoa, I'm going to sleep good tonight, right? There it is. That's it. And not always. Sometimes it's just relaxation. But I'm talking about the chronic stress where you won't know, some of us won't know that we're chronically stressed until you start practicing the opposite consistently. And if you find every time that you're really going into a deep relaxation and it feels like a huge relief, chances are it's time to look at the way you're living. And the other way to know is without even relaxing. Do you have stomach problems? Do you have your bowel movement? How is that? Is it constantly constipated, or do you have IBS? How are your muscles? Do you have back problems? Are you struggling with weight gain? Do you have headaches? Do you have insomnia? How's your sleeping? Are you exhausted? There's all of that. Every single one of those things links to stress. And it's, like I said before, comes down to your relationship with your mind, your thoughts and your emotions. In turn, your relationship to the world. So that's it in a nutshell. And this is, like I said, something I've been watching myself. How's my heartbeat? Do I feel tight in my chest? Heart attack. Just looking at all these different, observing these little subtle tendencies that I have and these effects that have been happening within my body. Even over exercising, that will stress out your body. And finding ways like turning everything off, TVs, making it as silent as possible, doing some breathing exercises, some deep breathing that connects with your brain and cleanses the toxins in your brain and in your body. Doing some deep relaxation where, a lot of us, I've had this experience where I'm doing yoga or something, they get to Shavasana and my mind is just like, okay, I don't want to do Shavasana, let's go. But the more I just let go during Shavasana, it's the corpse pose where you're laying down, the more I realize how important, if not the most, it is the most important posture. How all that work you've done up to Shavasana isn't anything until you've done Shavasana. That's where you get to relax all the systems and take in that's where it really starts to work with the imbalances in your body and what you just got done working on, and settles at a cellular level. It unifies it, it brings it all together. So doing just Shavasana, it's definitely good to tense your muscles first and do the stretching and exercises, and then have that release that will help to balance you out, move out the toxins. But if you can just do Shavasana, put yourself in an absolutely comfortable position, put an eye pillow over your eyes, and let go. Start drilling on yourself. Try not to fall asleep. Remain conscious. And then anything in your life, I call them joy activities. Anything in your life that gets the good chemicals, the serotonin and everything flowing. Those moments, maybe you're at the park or at the beach and you let go and everything stops. And you just take it all in. And you have no expression except for, wow, or anything that makes you tingly throughout your entire body. And you can feel that awness. It could even be a coffee shop, I don't know. You got to find that for you. What's your joy activity? But those things, baths, right, are so important, if not the most important, more important than how much you do within your day, how much you can accomplish, how much you can get done. More so than ever, because we live in a day and age where it's all about being the doer, not about being the beer. We are not being anymore. We are just constantly doing. And all those things, even sex, good, healthy sex, all of that gets pushed to the side. And those are the most important parts of our life in order for our well-being, to relax and to stop and breathe and take in life. Take in the energy instead of constantly putting out the energy, but taking in the energy. It's like charge on our phone. We need those moments to recharge. So sleep, real healthy, good sleep is another one. Yeah. So I wanted to shed some light on what is stress, what it looks like, what is it, because it's chronic. I'm talking about the chronic stress, which is pretty much all of it now. It's just so subtle, and it's very hidden. Just start paying attention. Is your mouth dry? Are you sweating? Is your heart rate beating fast? Are you exhausted? You can even look online and look up a list of different effects of stress and how to tune in signals. Yeah, it's all around us, and our environment alone can stress you out. The air you breathe, and you don't, right? When I say stress you out, most people think you're conscious of it and that it's stressing you out. No, it's stressing your body. And you just don't realize that it's happening until, again, you have something in the opposite effect. So definitely going to talk more about it in great detail in other videos and in my personal experience with it. It's becoming my passion to assist others with it, and yeah, wanted to share that with the world and put that out there. So thanks for watching if you made it through. And leave your comments, your experiences below. I would love to hear about what you guys think around stress and your experiences, and what's your joy activity. What are those moments in your life, those aha moments, those wow, where you just feel your whole world tingling and stop and just feel like you're actually being. I'd love to hear more about that. So subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and till next time, blessings to you. Have a good one.